Okay, I thought I'd do a vlog, about what's been happening on the field, or lack of it, or both. Right, where do I start? We met with the regional manager of Platinum Art Builders, and that did us no good at all, really. Except we've actually seen that they've got a project plan and milestones and some buffer space and stuff like that. So that works well for us. They're all now not guaranteeing, but they're really aiming now for the late September 20th. Give it a month extra, probably two. We might get it in 2018. Ooh, cup of tea. Chickens. Right. So that's fine. We met with him for about an hour, 80% BS. We've got our concerns across and so on. So anyway, I guess by the end of this week we should know, because the framework should show up, and if it doesn't, we can go back again and start escalating, I think. Meanwhile, last Friday the tanks turned up. So tanks being two water tanks, bloody huge water tanks in concrete, and a storage tank. So while we were promised at the beginning of all this crap they could sink them right into the ground, we didn't want them sticking out at all. So we're just going to have a couple of little sort of whatever the pipe and electrics, and we'll cover that with some plants, but otherwise they weren't to be showing. So the idea was then we'd have a complete view from the front of the house, unobstructed, across our field, up into the hills, sunsets, all that kind of good stuff. Except couldn't do it. So when they come here, they knew straight away that they couldn't bury them completely because the water table is too high, and concrete floats and there's nothing in it. So that was fun. Not. Anyway, we've gone ahead, and Jill will show you the construction thing. She's got a pretty sweet video that she's just working on to get it coming up. Yeah, we'll see. The storage tank, that can go down. It's always going to be sort of at a state of fullness, and then it trickles down across the field, the filtration. Just seeing how red my cheek is. I've been outside. Been outside for an hour, and wow, it's cold. Probably the coldest it's been for quite a while. Did I just slurp my tea? Never mind. So the two tanks are about a metre and a half, maybe 2 metres above the ground, and then probably about a metre under the ground. On, as I said, the concrete, and now they're going to be stuck out at the corner of the house in part of the view of the house. So this is all the knock-on effect, right? So we think we can bury them. We don't want the kitchen obstructing the view either. We've moved the kitchen to the centre of the house so that we have this complete view across the 2 living rooms, and the bedroom as well, I believe, has got an opening, French window type thing. Now we have these in the corner. We couldn't set them back. Restrictions and how close to the neighbours you can put them. If we'd have buried them, that might have been a different ball game, and we would have had them closer to the fence line. No worries. Always plan Bs, right? This is a plan B house, the way it's going. Not to worry. So plan B. Plan B is, well, we can put some pots on top and some trailing plants. We can put some trellising around the tanks and hide them completely. Bit of a plus is that we've got a bit of a shelter area between the house and these tanks where we could actually put the barbecue area. Excuse me. And we'll have to think about that. We can paint them. We can paint these horrible grey monstrosities, as you will see in the pictures. And I quite like the idea of some continuity with the house. So maybe like a dark terracotta red, which is the walls that we house the bricks are going to have. Maybe the sort of the grey surround, which I think Jill's pushing for. Who cares? Just get rid of that concrete grey and it just blends it in a bit more. We will put trellising, and then we'll put some climbers, and then we'll put some trees around it and just get them hidden. But that all takes time, right? Meanwhile, we're waiting for the house to be built. They've promised us now 2 delays coming through. I'll have to get some water actually, this tea's not doing it for me. Oh, there. 2, hang on a second. We've got, after 2 delays, we're now being told on the 8th, which I think is Friday, the framework starts turning up, and we have a giant of a man, 7-footer apparently, who's going to throw these frameworks around on his own and put them all up, and then we'll have the framework for the house, and then it all starts from there, right? It all starts going, and they can dry it out and all this sort of stuff if it gets wet and all this wonderful sounding stuff, but we've just got to get this started. So that'll progress, and then through the winter, move in 20th or after 2018, 20th of September 2018 or after. And that's the state of it, really. It's just frustrating. It is annoying that we're living in a caravan now for over a year. Come the shortest day, which is about the 21st of June, so 2 or 3 weeks off. But it's not a massive hardship for us. I mean, it's a bit small. So I bump into things, and the old noggin's got a few more dents than it should have, but never mind that. It's cold outside. The radiator actually keeps the place warm, so it's not really an issue with that. It's not the most comfortable places. We've lived for a year in it. We still get the occasional nice day, such as Monday. We've just sat outside enjoying the nice weather. Whenever we can, we're outside. A neighbour came over and had a chat with us and cups of tea. So life's not too bad. I just want the house built. Get it over with. I'm sick of it. I'm so over it. But we'll plod on. Meanwhile, garden's progressing. Lots we've now got. In true Dingle fashion, I've overplanted, I think, instead of staging them, which I thought was staging them quite nicely, but we have broccoli all over the place. We've got mustard cauliflowers, we've got white cauliflowers. They're all heading to be about within a fortnight of each other, so we're going to be well and truly sick of those sort of things coming up pretty soon. Anything else? That's about. Oh, I've got a new job. So that starts on Monday. I've got this week off. And then I'm into a rather interesting role. Filling in for a manager that's taking extended sick leave, and he's had his operation. It's really good. A lot shorter than they thought it would be. But anyway, so I'll be probably still about 6 to 8 weeks looking after his team. One of the team members being Jill. Jill. And there's no way I'm going to be touching any of her work or giving her any guidance or anything. She's on her own, except for when I need her to stand up en masse against some of these other guys. But no worries. And then I've got a few months with bits of projects and improvement stuff and that. So they made it out to 6 months for me, whereas it was originally pushed for 6 weeks. So that's good. Man of my talents can do these things, they tell me. Don't believe them for a second, but there we go. So that's good. So it keeps me employed, and then I'm going to have the summer off, I think. So at least probably a month. It's going to be rough to get a job at that time of year anyway, contract, so we'll push into the new year and do it from there. Well, that's about it really, I guess. I'm freezing from outside. I'm just getting warm now. Oh man, bitter. but I've got to go out. We want to build some more borders, so we've got a few more borders to go. If I don't do that, I can't put the onions and garlic and shallots in. And then obviously we want to do some rotation, and we want tomato borders ready for next year. So even the 4 that I'm going to put up now won't be enough, but we've got space for extra ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 4. So another 4 maybe, 5, 6, 7, another 7 if I include some smaller boxes for pumpkins and the like, cucumbers and all that kind of stuff. So it should work out quite well. Just looking forward to the next few months disappearing on me rather quickly, and then we can get into spring, and then we can start to show what we can do in this place, or not. The wind's really cold, it whips through here. I'm putting windbreaks up all over the place, just to try and ease it off a bit, and it's certainly helping, but then you get other issues like windbreak across the celery has helped it to grow very nice rust. So one of the plants is gone because of that. It's just all the knock-on effects, but it's keeping it interesting, and it's certainly ensuring I don't forget a huge lot, and I'm really relearning quite a bit as well going through it. I need a greenhouse, but the greenhouse is dependent on them putting the filtration thing through. The filtration thing through is dependent on the house being built, because they don't want all the heavy machinery going over it, such as the big dumpsters that they've been using and so on, these Caterpillar track type monster machines. And top of which, that means we've got to try and get our pond dug, which will be interesting, and well below the water table, so it should just fill up, and that's the plan, that's the hope. Our neighbours, well, people that we've just met down the street, we go past their pond, which is a natural pond. It's been there, but anyway, since we've been coming, we always stop when we come in, and we have a look. We have a bit of a look around, and then we've noticed there's been cormorants, shags, arriving and looking very resplendent, and they have the wings open and sunning themselves quite happily, and that's a sign of a reasonably well-fed shag, as they say over here. Anyway, the owner of that property actually stopped. He saw us in the garden, so finally we got to say hello to him and all this. Really nice chap. He tells the story about how he bought all these goldfish from over in the Hutt Valley area. Put them all in. Shag's eaten them all, so he's left with a few grass carp or something that is trying to keep the stuff down, which are too big for even for the shags apparently. But all those goldfish are gone now. We just knew there was doing that. We thought it might have been native fish, but yeah, goldfish are gone. So when we do ours, no goldfish. I might think about getting something bigger with teeth that can fight back, perhaps. No, I've certainly rattled on too much, so I'll cut it off. I don't like doing these, so I might write it out next time. You can read it. But anyway, goodbye.